Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Stedman. In this small video I want to explain you how many granny squares you're gonna need for the cardigan or bikini cover up that we're gonna do next week. In last week video I showed you how to do a granny square and how to attach two together. Well, today I'm gonna explain you how many you're gonna need for the cardigan. You're gonna do two strips of a granny square for each side at the body. Here I have 4 attached, and you're gonna continue attaching until you have 8 and 8 for the other side. That will give you the front. These 4 will be the front of the piece and the other 4 to the back of the piece. Each of these granny square measure 7.5 inches, 19 centimeters by 19 centimeters. If you want to do this a little bit smaller, you can do that by starting with the 2mm crochet hook instead of 3.5mm like mine. That will give you automatically a smaller granny square. So once you have those 8, you will do the other 8, and next week I will be here showing you what to do next. Is that between the spring cleaning and the yard work and all that stuff, I don't have any time to do the complete video for this week. So I wanted just to give you a heads up and show you how you're gonna continue with your granny square, because maybe you did a pile of granny square, you didn't know what to do with them. Now you know to do 2 long strips of 8 granny square each. If you want this longer, you can attach more. For example, you will do 10 for each side. That will be 20 granny square instead of 16. I'm working in my second ball of yarn. I still have to do 1 more granny square for this, but I'm working already in the other side of the piece that I will show you now. But they are very easy to do. To figure out the length, when you have 4, for example, you put this to your shoulder and you will see the length where this drape in front of you. That will be a little bit shorter than that because the stitch I'm doing here in the side will shrink a little bit the granny square, okay? But I don't gonna wrinkle or anything. So that's what I'm doing in the other side. So, and here this is 8 of those granny square in the long strip like this. You see? I have a piece of paper here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You see, it's a long strip, and I put it like that, and then I start doing this stitch in between them for under the arm. And let me tell you, I had to do this, undo this probably like 6-7 times, because you have to pay attention when you start here, because you tend to work the stitch sideways here, and I did that like 3 or 4 times until I put markers, and then you have to start after you do 2 rows, no problem, the 2 first row. And then I started doing this, but I started to do it's like brood lace in the side, and I did it into each one of the chain space. So automatically this had each space had 2 of these motifs in it, and then it started to be too many, started to do a wave. So I had to undo that. I was all the way here and I had to undo all that. I tried to do something different, but I didn't like it, and then I undo that again, and then I started doing it like this, going stitches up, and then that's make the granny square, you see here, is more gathered than here. You see in this part is more wider, this part, but when we do the other part in here like that, it will be nice and even in both sides like that. So it takes time, because when you're designing something, you have to figure things out and how you're gonna do it, and things that look good. I don't want to mislead you to do something and then at the end don't gonna work out. I want to that when you put it on, it look good. So when I did a strip, I decided I'm gonna do the sleeve as I go. So in here I continue doing the sleeve as I went under the arm. So it's one piece done from the lower part all the way to the end of the sleeve, and then after that we're going to be attaching, after you do the other one, attaching the two in the back until the neck with the same stitch, and then we do something in the front, probably the same thing. If you put buttons, it will be a cardigan, and if you do like a little tie or something, can be a bikini cover up or a bikini cover up with buttons. That's up to you. I give you the idea, you can change it around. So I'm sorry that I don't have a full video for you this week, but next week we'll be working in this, finishing this piece, and after that I think I'm gonna take a break from crochet because I've been doing crochet for a while and I miss my netting. So well, I hope you guys are ready for next week when we're gonna finish this piece, and don't forget to share my videos and to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.